Hello, everyone. Welcome to Subconscious Healing with Emma Wachs. Yay! My favorite hour of the week. Feel free to jump into the comment section. Let us know what your name is, where you're from. Don't forget to say hi. I'm going to set this up so that I can see all of your comments. Hey guys, thanks for joining. Hi Jane, so beautiful to see you again. Hi Bella, so great to see you. Let us know where you're from, guys. Pop your name into the comment section. Just wait for some people to jump on. Hello, everyone. So that I can see all of your comments. Turn down the sound on there. New South Wales, Bella, so good to see you. Jane's from Australia too. Hi Jane, thanks for joining. Sophie, hola, ¿cómo estás, chica? Karina, beautiful New Zealand. So beautiful to have you here, Karina. Thank you for joining. Diane and Amanda, hello. So great to see you guys. Amanda's from Australia. So good to hear. Thank you. Dominica, hello. You're back. So wonderful to see you. Feel free to create a watch party if you'd like to share. To be really super amazing today. Feels like we've got some people, so I'm going to slowly have a look at getting started. Feel free to share your name and where you're from, guys, if you've just joined us. I'm going to jump in and start explaining a little bit about who I am and what I do. So my name is Emma Wachs. Thank you for joining me, and I am a subconscious healer. And so what that means is that I have the ability to identify the deepest root cause of any limitation in somebody's life and create a subconscious shift at this level. And so with this, I also have the ability to be able to teach other people how to do this for themselves as well. So I have a beautiful intuitive energy training program that I use to teach people how to subconsciously heal themselves. We go through the most magical techniques of teaching you how to integrate energy, and also how to go into the subconscious mind and identify what the deepest root cause of your limitations are. So I just saw your question, Fiona. Hi, Kim from WA. How are you? So I'm just going to pop into the comment section for you now a link to book in for a free subconscious healing session with me. So this is the best way to connect with me. We can explore subconscious healing, and you can try it and see how you go with it. Everyone has a slightly different experience of this. So what we're going to do today is give you the opportunity to have a very small experience of this. We're going to allow for you all to share into the comment section any difficulties or challenges that you've been having in your life. And I'm going to tune in intuitively and identify what the deepest root cause of that is as best that I can. So sometimes we may find a surface level limiting belief. Sometimes we may be receiving messages from your higher self and sharing them on for you. Other times we'll be able to make a subconscious shift. So I do all of my work is based on, tuning in constantly and connecting in and seeing what's in the highest good for you in any given moment. So feel free to pop those into the comment section now if you'd like, guys, and share with us what is your biggest challenge in life at the moment. There's no challenges too big or too small. We can make a pretty big shift in just moments. So feel free to share this into the comment section. Any difficulties, any challenges, this can be something specific, or if you're not quite sure, you can just share an area of your life. So if you'd like to share relationships, or you're like, my finances could be better, we could look at health, we could look at relationships, a really good one. I do have some purpose in relationships, so if you have any interest in exploring energetic connections, I would love to tune in on that for you as well and see what we can do there for you. So the final thing, while you're popping all of those in, thank you so much. I would just like to mention that I have a group subconscious healing, which is on tomorrow at 3 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. So it's basically exactly this time tomorrow, just in case you're somewhere else in the world. This is a great starting point. It's the perfect opportunity to be able to receive subconscious healing. I'm going to be connecting in for the group and identifying what the biggest limitation is for the group. And we're going to be creating some subconscious shifts. We're going to be doing beautiful meditations. You will leave from this just feeling absolutely amazing, I can promise you. So we're going to, I'll pop actually, let me pop that into there now as well. Just pop a little link for you to view that event, or it's in the description. So anyone who's interested in that, tomorrow we're going to actually be looking at that feeling of being alone. So that's a wonderful thing to be looking at, to be subconsciously healing. It's one of the best, right? We all want to be free from that. Thank you so much for sharing, guys. So pretty much now for the rest of the hour, I'm going to get stuck in and just start clearing limiting beliefs for you. So thank you so much for sharing. I'm going to jump right into it. Sophie, I think I've had another energetic attack on the left side of my tummy/ribs. Can you see anything there? Let me tune in for you, Sophie. Let's see where this is coming from. Okay. So yeah, I'm sort of seeing this energetic attack is extending behind you. And this one actually does feel like it's connected to your mother somehow. It feels as though she's experiencing some fear, and I'm seeing fear is sort of linked in with, just sort of that sensation of not really feeling good enough. So it does feel as though you're, which you obviously are, stepping into new levels of love and light in your life. And this has been, for her as a parent, a little bit of a difficult thing to manage. So it feels like there's just going to be some phases of, letting go of, the connection that you have had with your mother, and starting to allow in the connection that's actually, going to be supportive for you on the current trajectory that you're on. So I am seeing that is the cause of that, and it feels like now that we've brought awareness to it, you're going to be able to clear that. So that feels really super good. I can feel you smiling, so thank you, thank you, thank you. Just let me know as well if there's anything more to look at. But this feels really wonderful, and I feel like tomorrow in the group healing, that is really going to be cleaned up for you entirely. So thank you so much for sharing, Sophie. That is absolutely amazing, and congratulations. You're clearly hitting new levels every day, so that's really super exciting. Thanks, Johnny. Amanda, biggest challenge is changing the food options I choose. Oh, what's such a good one. Let's have a look and see what's beneath the surface for you, Amanda. Okay, yes. So what I'm seeing for you, Amanda, is there's this slight uncomfortable feeling with a relationship that you're in, and the uncomfortable feeling doesn't belong to you. It actually belongs to the other person. So what I'm seeing is that this uncomfortable eating, this challenge choosing food options, it's more so coming from someone else. It's not really connected to a limitation that you have, and it actually feels like if you were sort of in your own space, then you sort of wouldn't have that problem, and you may have experienced that on some level. So what we want to do is look a little bit deeper here and identify what's beneath this. And so what's beneath the surface of this is that there's limitations for you in relationships around feeling connected to who you really are and feeling at one within yourself. So as we've brought awareness to that, we've sort of shifted that energy somewhat for you. But as you can imagine, when it comes to, love and connection with others, is a fair bit to have a look at. So I'd absolutely love to connect with you in a one-on-one session. Feel free to book in for a free session if you'd like to explore this further. We can have a look at clearing some limitations for you in love and connection that feels like it would alleviate that for you. And not only that, allow for your relationship to start transforming to new levels as well. So that's really beautiful. Thank you so, so much for sharing, Amanda. Sammy, what beautiful work you do. Thank you so much, Sammy. Feel free to share any challenges into the comment section. Nicole, life is challenging right now. Car was stolen last night. Oh no, Nicole, that sucks. What can I do to alleviate this for you? So straight away, for you, Nicole, I'm seeing that there's some fear and anxiety around what's happened, and it's just that sensation of someone sort of doing wrong by you. It feels as though, this is somewhat unsettling for you, and this is something that you have. It feels like you have experienced throughout your life. So, interestingly enough, the car isn't the biggest issue right now. It's this trigger that's happened for you that's stimulating all of this other stress and pressure for you around, when people aren't really doing right by you. So, we want to create a little bit of a shift here for you just to alleviate some of that pressure for you today. And I'm sensing that you're feeling or experiencing this limitation somewhere inside of you. So you're just going to start breathing into that and expanding this. And if anyone else has this limitation, feel free to do the same. We're just going to clear, any difficulties that we have with other people that are not doing right by us. It's going to be a really tough thing to move past, because if we're feeling like, someone's done wrong by us, like they haven't respected us in some way, it can be really difficult for us to move through something. So the first and most important step is, of course, identifying the deepest root cause of that and being able to create a shift there. So if anyone is experiencing this, we're just going to do a little visualization now. We're just going to allow for a white light to sort of form at the base of your spine, and just start bringing that energy up through your torso, up into your chest, until you've sort of cleared that. Beautiful. And you may feel a little spark of love initiated inside of you. That's really wonderful. So I hope that's given you some relief, Nicole, and anyone else that was there for. Thank you so much for connecting. That was really beautiful. Dominica, always single and never get ahead financially. Let's see what we can do for you, Dominica. So straight away, what I see with always single is there's actually judgment that you have on yourself for this. So the day that you're able to clear this judgment on yourself is the day that, new wonderful partners are going to be able to start flowing into your life. So clearing this sort of judgment, once again, is a pretty complex issue. So this is definitely something that we should work together on one if you're interested. Let's have a look at never get ahead financially and see what sort of shift we can create there for you. And so I'm seeing here that it feels like this endless cycle for you. There's emotional heaviness to this issue for you, which means that, in each and every moment that you do take a few steps forward, it feels as for you almost as though there's only, it's only a matter of time before that emotional heaviness starts to come in, and it sort of brings you back a few steps. What I'm seeing is that this emotional heaviness is actually connected to thoughts, experiences, and sensations from your past, and these go right back through to childhood. So if we have a look at your childhood, I'm seeing that your mother seems like she had a fair bit of financial difficulty, and that this, for her, was something that was really, feels like she really struggled with this. It feels like this was something that was very heavy on her heart, and it almost feels as though she didn't really feel like she had a right to do anything about this. So I'm not seeing any more details around this situation, but this is where this began for you. So I'm just sort of shifting this for you, and we're creating a nice subconscious shift here for you. And of course, as always, anyone else that this is resonating for, it's beautiful. We're starting to create some space for us all today on this call to be able to receive. It's really wonderful. So thank you so much, Dominica. Please let me know how that went for you. I would love to connect with you one-on-one if you'd like to explore these further. But we've created a beautiful shift there for you, so I hope that has enlightened you in some way. Thank you so much for sharing. Jane Williams, my finances could be better. Wonderful, Jane. Let's have a look for you. Okay, so Jane, again, it feels like I'm sensing your heart area. It feels as though there's some heartache here for you that is connected to your finances. And I'm seeing just the tiring situations that you've had to go through around this. It feels like something that's been quite difficult for you. What I'm getting is that I'm going to integrate a truth for you and for anyone else who's interested, or that this is resonating for. It's that the way that we've been looking at finances up until now, the journey that we've had with finances up until now, they don't, they are not defining us. It's almost as though every time that we've had a setback in finances, we're instantly hating on ourselves because we feel as though we've done something wrong. We feel as though we've done wrong by ourselves in some way, and there's this societal embarrassment, this societal pressure that just makes us feel like we're just being squished into this little ball, into a dark corner of the universe, where we're no longer able to really appreciate ourselves. And it's such a big, impactful thing, isn't it, for us all, when these things aren't going right for us in this way. So for you, Jane, even though I'm feeling as though you've made some amazing progress in this area, this is still what sort of hurts you. It feels as though there's a lot of heartbreak when things don't go your way. So for you, that's what we're shifting today. And for anyone else that is sort of resonating with this, so I'm sort of expanding that energy throughout you. So you may feel or notice that shift happening for you. Please let us know how that went. Thank you so much. It was so wonderful to have that message come through for us all. Um, and so, Jane, the final thing is there's this little bit of a cloudiness in the head area, in the head space for you. It's almost as though the stress and pressure of trying to figure things out, sometimes it keeps you in your headspace, and it deters from your ability to be able to see clearly and to be able to make comfortable steps forward. So we're just clearing a little bit of that up for you as well. And it feels as though for you, I am seeing that we've aligned you with some new opportunities. So it does feel like things are going to be shifting pretty quickly for you. You accepted and received that so beautifully. So please share, connect with me on Facebook. Let me know how you go. I'd love to hear any amazing feedback. Thank you so much. So for anyone that's just joined, we're just sharing limitations. We're sharing challenges or difficulties into the comment section, and I'm going to connect in and identify what the deepest root cause of this limitation is for you. And if it's in the highest good today, we're going to create a subconscious shift. And just check the very first comment as well. I've posted my link in there. So if anyone would like to book in for a free session with me, please do so. I would love to connect with you all and explore what's possible for you with subconscious healing. Thank you so much for sharing, Jane. Sammy, eating disorders, what a great thing to bring up. Thank you so much. Let's have a look and see what's beneath the surface for you. Sammy, so I'm seeing that there is some abusive situations that have connected to this for you. And I've just checked in to see if it's okay to share this. It feels important that we bring some new light in for you, because your worthiness has really been affected by this, and we really just want to show you who you really are for a moment. So I'd like you to just place your hands on your heart. Anyone else who'd like to do this, just place your hands on your heart and just connect in with who you really are. Just allow for that truth of who you really are to expand throughout your body. Beautiful. And as we did this, we're connecting from this pure space. We're connecting from this space of truth. Okay, so right now I'm seeing you for who you really are. And this is who you have the possibility of being all day, every day. And when we're able to connect with this space, it can be as simple as placing our hands on our heart, feeling that beautiful soul within us. When we're able to connect with this, we're able to live our life from this space. It doesn't matter what limitations are beneath the surface. It's just a matter of being able to be present from here. So thank you so much for sharing, Sammy. I hope you felt that. It feels absolutely beautiful and like a wonderful release for you. I would love to connect with you and work on this further. If you're interested, please feel free to book in for a session. Sarah, not having your children with you. Let's connect in for you, Zara. Thank you for sharing. Let's see what's beneath the surface for you. So Zara, for you, I'm seeing it's very interesting because I see this energy that sort of sits in the heart area and then sort of comes around outside of this side of your head and sort of sits around the outside of your head here. So I'm not sure if you feel any pressure around this area of your body. And I'm sensing a sensation in the chest area. Let me just see if I can grab this because it's quite subtle. It's not very intense, but there is this discomfort there. I'm not sure if you can feel that or sense that. But this is linking to a limitation that you've had for a very long time. And I'm seeing that this goes back as young as 3 years old. And it's connected with your ability to feel worthy in love and to feel worthy as a nurturing parent. And what I'm getting is that a lot of this belonged to your mother. I'm sort of seeing that she didn't feel very nurturing, even though she probably was. For the most part, she was. I'm just seeing that she didn't feel that way at all. And she had a lot of sadness about that. So you're somewhat carrying this for her. So I'm just going to clear that energy off you right now. And we're just going to clear any limitation to wanting to connect with other people from a space of pain, because this is what sort of kept you in the place that you're in. And this is very common for a lot of us, right? We want to be able to connect in pain, and it's purely just because it's familiar for us, because it's what we know. Sometimes we would rather be there, than step into a space of love and light, just because it's so unfamiliar for us, and it's a little bit scary to be able to do that. So as we've brought awareness to this for you, Zara, we're actually clearing this for you. So allow for this shift to happen in whatever way is perfect for you. We're just lifting all of that energy, just spreading some new beautiful love and light in there for you. So thank you so much. I hope that's helped you, and I hope you felt that. Please book in for a session with me. If you'd like to explore that further, I would love to help. Wonderful. Johnny, may I ask about my finances? Are they on the improve, please? Yes, of course you may, Johnny. Thanks for being here today. Okay, so Johnny, what I'm seeing beneath the surface for you, there's this sort of frustration, it feels like, for you, that things haven't gone your way. And it's fair enough, because it feels like you've had a pretty rough road. So what I want to do is just clear any energy that's connected with some of those past experiences for you. So this is in whatever ways in the highest good for you today. The other thing I want to look at is this limiting perception that we want to clear for you, because it feels as though, because you have set some very specific goals for yourself, you're somewhat limiting what's possible in the way of allowing in new opportunities. So when we're setting goals, and we're setting very direct goals, and we're sort of saying to the universe, I will not accept anything other than this solution, because this is what I need. This is desperately, I feel like I know within every ounce of me that this is what I need. We're somewhat limiting the process, because we're coming from a space of need, which means that we're coming from the space of the mind. We're not coming from the space of pure possibility, of opening up to opportunity and all that's truly possible for us. So for you, Johnny, it feels like, as we've brought some awareness to this, we're just shifting some of that burden for you, so that you can start to explore things from a new space, so that you can start to really see and start to surrender to, okay, if there's some wonderful things, available for me out there, what am I ready to receive? And this was put beautifully last week in a session that I did. It's that feeling of, if I need $10,000 right now, and I'm projecting into the world, I want $10,000, then that's wonderful. But if we're doing it from a space of need, because this is what I need to achieve success and to get myself out of this situation, then it can be somewhat limiting if what's possible for us is to receive $500,000, right? So what we want to do here is take out the facts, take out the details and take out any part of our mind space that's attempting to control what's possible in the way of receiving. And then that way you can sort of allow yourself to receive anything and everything that's in the highest good for you. And you may find, that you may receive $5,000, but alongside of the $5,000 will bring new levels of enjoyment, new levels of fulfillment, new levels of abundance and wealth and health, and new levels of love and light into all of these other areas of your life. This is why we are constantly wanting to transform into new levels. So what we want to do here is bring that in as a possibility, and I can see that sort of shifted for you. So please let me know how that went for you, Johnny, and I would love to connect with you if you'd like to explore this further. But this feels like your comfortable, truthful space, allowing yourself to receive, anything that's ready there for you. And, it may come through somewhat slower or in somewhat, less of a, you know, it's almost like it may come in less directly, but it's going to come in a way that's supportive for you. It's going to come in a way that's benefiting you on all levels, not just the financial level. So thank you so much for sharing, Johnny. I hope that has inspired you in some way. Please let me know how you went with that. That feels absolutely wonderful for you and also for many other people on the call. So thank you. Kim, hi Kim. Yes, I'm having issues with my bladder. If you can give me clarity. Oh, I would love to, Kim. Thank you. Let's tune in for you and see what's there. Wonderful. So Kim, what I'm seeing for you is that there's some difficulty and there's some fear in, it's almost like this sensation of not being ready to expand yourself in some way. So this feels specific to relationships, and it feels like there's something that you're not ready to move forward with. There's something that you're not ready to sort of expand into. And so it's creating some fear, and the fear is what has created some difficulty in the bladder. So what we want to do is we just want to instantly shift some of this fear for you. So I'm just sending in some beautiful energy to do that for you, so that we can sort of get to, what's sort of beneath the surface of that for you, give you that hint of relief. So for you, what's beneath the surface is there's difficulties in feeling that you're comfortable with who you are. There's difficulties in feeling that you can be yourself and be who you really feel like you are in the presence of other people. And so it's almost as though this is creating, again, for you, it's like it's creating this mixed signals that you're sending out into the universe, because there's a part of you that really wants to be all that's truly possible for you, all that you really are. But there's also a part of you that there's some sort of limitation or blockage there, because there's this fear in doing that, because you're not quite feeling comfortable with the versions of you that you're seeing shown are possible, if that sort of makes sense. So you're seeing what's possible for yourself, but you're not feeling comfortable enough with it to be able to let it in and to be able to let that be who you are. So by bringing awareness to this, it feels like we've created somewhat of a shift. There was definitely things going on in your childhood that we've created a little miniature shift on, but that may need some further, some further shifting. So because I'm seeing that this is creating the sensation of fear for you, it's actually a little difficult for me to go any deeper than that, because there's this sense of constriction, right? There's this sense of wanting to just stay where you are. So it would be really beneficial if we were able to connect one-on-one, so that we could just ensure that you're in a really safe and supportive space as we continue moving through any of this stuff for you. And then this way we can make sure that we're really allowing for this to happen in whatever way is perfect for you. So if that's something you're interested in, please absolutely book in for a free session. The link is at the beginning of the comment section there, and I would love to connect with you and explore this further with you. So thank you so, so much for sharing. It was really beautiful, and I hope you're feeling somewhat better after we've shifted that for you. Okay, let's have a look at what the next one is. Fiona, my work after the virus. Perfect. Let's tune in for you, Fiona, and see what's there. Got another half an hour to go. Woo! Okay. So Fiona, what I'm really seeing for you is that with the position that you're in right now, you've created somewhat of a comfortable space for you for where you're at right now, but I'm seeing that the manifesting process is somewhat limited. So we want to be able to shift some limitations for you, some subconscious limitations, so that you can combine the manifesting process with the comfortable space that you've created for you at the moment. So I hope that's sort of somewhat making sense for you. Um, what I'm seeing is that the deepest limitation here in manifesting is that there's too much difficulty in the process of life, the process of healing, the process of, exploring personal development and what's right for you. And I'm seeing this, I'm seeing like you've been trying all these different things and going and going and going and going. And it's just all getting a bit tiring. It's all getting a bit much, and you sort of feel like you're moving through circles too quickly. What I'm seeing here is about the truth of the process is that you're actually transforming at a very, special rate and a very supportive rate. It's just that the process of this shift isn't right for you. And it's because there's a limiting belief that you need to experience everything that comes up during that process of transforming. So this is where subconscious healing is wonderful and will really benefit you and anyone else who's familiar with this, because we're able to put people into a beautiful, safe, and supportive space and allow for you to become empowered in connecting with your intuitive self, to then dive into the subconscious and start exploring things. Because what happens is that if we're in a space of the mind and we're looking to explore things and create transformations in our life, we fall into a space whereby we're experiencing the negativity of it all. We're still experiencing a lot of the pain and the struggle and the push that it takes to really get there. And so subconscious healing as a journey is the complete opposite of that. It's bliss. And, our programs and life purpose programs are all designed around allowing you to enjoy the bliss of the process, not the difficulty of the process, not the area of your life that is, bringing in struggle and bringing in pain and bringing in difficulty. So throughout your journey, you will naturally start to experience this less and less and less throughout your transformations. But when you're on the subconscious healing journey, the percentages of the amount of time that you spend in that blissful state, they start to increase very quickly and at a very high rate. And you also start shifting and transforming very quickly and at a very high rate. So thank you so much for sharing, Fiona. I hope that has shifted something somewhat for you. I am seeing that there's still this little bit of a hint of a need to want to know, what is coming for you. And I'm getting that all in good time. You're in the perfect space right now. You're perfectly in the right place to be able to receive from the universe. For you, it's just a matter of allowing you to receive. And there's some limiting beliefs and blockages there for you. So I've shifted that somewhat, but that is going to need a little bit of work. So definitely feel free to connect with me in a one-on-one session if you'd like to explore that further and see how deep we can get with this. So in these one-on-one sessions, subconscious healing sessions, please book in if anyone is interested. The comments at the beginning of this page here, they're so amazing. You can see what's possible in just moments with shifting a limiting belief. It only takes a moment to shift a limiting belief. When we're able to start exploring this on a slightly deeper level and we're able to be in a really safe, supportive space as we do this, then it allows for so much more. And every single person leaves my sessions feeling wonderful. So if this is something you're interested in, please connect with me. I would love to share that experience with you. It's my purpose, my passion, and my very special gift to give to the world. So you can have it for absolutely free at any given moment. We do these sessions online. And you can book in using the link at the beginning of the comment section here or in the description. Thank you so much, guys. And if you've just joined us, feel free to share a difficulty or challenge into the comment section, and I would love to tune in for you and see what we can clear for you today. We're using subconscious healing, this beautiful, wonderful modality that's unlike anything else. So beautiful. Thank you so much. Feel free to follow, find time and space if you'd like to explore this a little further. There's some wonderful online demonstrations on there. Thank you, Fiona. I hope that's helped. Woohoo! You're on the path to success. Congratulations. Natasha. G'day, why am I feeling so numb and not doing any artworks when I'm an artist? Okay, Natasha, let's tune in and see what's there for you. So straight away, I'm seeing the mind space is a little bit cloudy. There's something there that's in the way. So for you, there's this real need to prove yourself in this way. It's almost as though, you know, because artwork is such a beautiful passion and something that's so important for you, you almost feel as though if you don't have that area of your life, that creative outlet, you know, functioning in a balanced and harmonic way for you, then all of a sudden it's almost like you start judging yourself because, you know, you're feeling that you could be doing better with your time. You feel that there's more to experience in life, and you feel that, you know, there's all of these other things that, you know, you should be doing as opposed to, you know, sitting here and feeling numb. So it's really driving this need to want to prove to yourself, you know, that you are worthy. And it feels like this is beautifully what has been beneath the surface of a lot of your artwork, which is actually a really beautiful thing because here's what you're actually craving. You're actually craving to be at one with all of you, all of the beautiful parts of you, but also all of those limitations within you as well. So, this is what's really beneath the surface of this judgment. It's, you know, feeling uncomfortable with, you know, parts of yourself that, um, you know, you would, you know, you feel as though society would judge, or you feel as though other people in your life would judge. So, we've created a somewhat of a shift there for you, and I'm just going to shift some energy there for you. But here's a truth to just really allow for that to integrate fully. What I'm seeing is that you don't need art. Yes, it's an expression of you, and it's an expression of who you are, you know, from this beautiful, you know, it's an expression of your creative channel, but you don't need art. It's not, it doesn't define you. It's not something that you need in your life to be successful or to be worthy of having a wonderful life. It feels like for you, all you needed was love and being able to love and accept yourself. So, inadvertently, of course, this is what you receive from art, right? And if you shift your focus to achieving this in your life, then the artwork will just flow for you naturally and effortlessly. So, thank you so much, Natasha. I hope that's helped you. And I would love to, of course, connect with you if you'd like to explore that further. That feels wonderful. One Queen. Yes, let's have a look. Let's get a reading for you. So, for you, I'm seeing that there's been some difficult thoughts for you lately around your relationships and around it's like there's this sensation of not feeling like your life is in order. And so you're trying to juggle all of the different areas of your life and you're sort of struggling to sort of manage this. And I'm seeing that there's a bit of a head spin happening. So it's almost like I'm seeing pressure around the head and um, you know, you've become so naturally aware of what there is to be changed, but you just haven't found a way of being able to change that. Um, so subconscious healing would be absolutely perfect for that. Please get in contact with me if you would like for me to explore this further for you. I'm getting that if you shift your focus onto receiving opportunity, then things will be able to start happening for you. And it's a great way to get yourself out of that headspace and allow for yourself to start receiving, from the universe. So there's still some blockages there for you. There's still some limitations around being able to receive. But if you start exploring you know, your healing journey and your self-development from this angle, from looking at what are the biggest blockages in my life in the area of receiving, you know, new opportunities, then this is just going to shift and transform everything for you. It's going to allow for this shift to start happening on a deeper level for you and allow for you to start gaining more and more clarity each day. So that feels like it's nicely integrated for you. Thank you so, so much for that. I would love to connect with you further if you'd like to explore that further. We can definitely work on clearing those limitations very quickly for you. Thank you so much for sharing, Layla. Getting a lot of backaches. Let's have a look at what's beneath the surface for you, Layla. Ah, yes, I can see that, Layla. Energetically and physically, I'm seeing you being pushed forward this way. So there's some energy. Hi, Lorraine. So beautiful to see you. There's an energy sort of weighing you down in this area. So we want to be able to shift that. So I'm actually seeing that there's pressure. There's pressure being directed at you. It's like I see that you've created a really nice, you know, supportive space for you to be in, the area of your life that you're in, the part of your life that you're in. But what's happening is there's still some energy. It feels behind you. There's still some energy there that other people are projecting on you that you haven't been able to let go of yet. So this is very common when we're shifting into new realms for ourselves. We're shifting into these new, you know, wonderful, successful areas for ourselves. There's always this slight transition period where we somewhat struggle with letting go of the versions of everyone else that we've known up until now. And this is because not only do we have a certain perspective of all of these people from our past that we are, you know, we haven't been able to gain clarity on how to shift, but they are also in a vulnerable space because subconsciously they have needed to somewhat shift something within themselves as well. So it actually feels like for you, Layla, this is what's sort of going on for you. It feels like you've shifted into a new space. There's a few people around you that are needing to adjust to this because you're starting to no longer say, sorry, you're starting to say no to some things. You're starting to, you know, to allow for yourself to come first in some different areas. And there's just a bit of an adjustment period for the people around you. So we're just sort of, I'm just putting them all in a beautiful, nice ball of energy now, just for them to shift whatever's in the highest good for them. If they're subconsciously open, they will receive some support. If they're not quite ready yet, then this sort of shift, you know, it won't do anything to them. It'll just go by the wayside, but it will stop this energy sort of being projected towards you. But I would love to connect with you just to explore this a little deeper, because what I'm seeing is that each time that you shift into new levels, you know, there's going to be similar versions of this energy wanting to come back to you. And until you've cleared all of the limitations in this area, it's going to be very difficult to be able to move through. You know, you're constantly going to be able to shift into new, you know, spaces, but other people aren't going to be able to see this shift, and that's sort of going to get you down. It's almost like I can see that, you know, if other people can't see these shifts and transforms that I've had, then they're going to feel somewhat meaningless, and it's going to sort of bring me back down, you know, to a level that doesn't feel right for me. Um, it feels like you're not going to be able to embrace these new levels. So um, please, yeah, definitely connect with me if you'd like to explore this further, because it feels like if we were able to shift these limitations for you now, it's going to absolutely, you know, really transform your trajectory and really shift things for you in your future. So that feels really super wonderful for you. I hope it has felt as wonderful, and I hope I've brought some clarity in for you around what's going on beneath the surface there. But yeah, please connect with me if you would like to. Thank you so much for joining. For anyone that has just joined, we are sharing difficulties and challenges into the space for another 15 minutes or so. Feel free to share your challenges into the comment section, and I'm going to tune in and identify what the deepest root cause of this is as best I can using subconscious healing. So, oh, his birthday, is it? Happy birthday. Hi, Jacinta. So thank you so much for joining. Amanda, thank you so much. We'll definitely connect with you. Please let me know how I can do this. Blessed to be. Thank you so much, Amanda. So anyone who'd like to book in for a free session with me, I'm just going to pop the link into the comment section now. You can connect with me. Here we go. Connect with me here for a free session. Use the time in your time zone and we'll do the first session online. Real super supportive and wonderful experience. I promise you will leave feeling amazing. Thank you so much, Amanda. Nicole, thank you. Christy, my whole body has been so sore lately. Would love a reading around career. Wonderful. I love that you brought two very different things into the space. Let's see how we can shift this for you. Thank you for Susan and Layla. My pleasure. Okay, so Christy, what I'm seeing for you is that both of these things are connected. So feeling as though your whole body is sore and also your career. There's this pressure beneath the surface for you around your career because I'm seeing that what you've experienced up until now isn't even the half of it. It's almost as though you're actually experiencing the energy of all of the limitations that both of your parents have about career. And this is really holding you back in somewhat of a limiting space. So each and every time that you go to take steps forward in your career, you're somewhat limited because all you can attract is all that your parents saw possible for themselves. So I hope that's made some sense for you somewhat. And I'm just shifting and clearing whatever energy I can for you now. And let's just bring in some nice new energy. Anyone else who would like to, if this is resonating for you as well, feel free to integrate anything that's there for you to receive. I'm always speaking to you all. It's very beautiful. That feels really nice and super done for you now for now, Christy. So I hope that felt wonderful. Please connect with me if you'd like to explore this further. It feels like there's some more limitations. This feels like it goes pretty deep, and there's not only limitations around experiencing what your parents are experiencing, but there's also limitations around seeing what's possible for yourself in life and allowing for yourself to break free through those. So this is somewhat difficult for you because each time that you come to the point of breakthrough, you tap into this deeper limitation of not really feeling good enough. And this is what we want to be able to create a shift in. This is what we want to really be able to transform for you. And this one will have a few different angles to look at. So please definitely connect with me for a one-on-one session if you'd like to explore that. Thank you so much, Christy. That was beautiful to connect with you. Dominica, that's true. Wonderful. Thank you. Yes, I'll click the link for the one-on-one. Beautiful, Dominica. So glad I can help you. Wonderful. And thank you for letting the others know that there's a link there. So great. Thank you. Pamela, hi, how are you? Mojo has depleted, eating loads, looking for direction. Okay, Pamela, let's see what we can find for you. I love connecting with your energy, Pamela. You had this beautiful childlike essence about you. And so it feels like it's quite damaging for you when this part of you is lost, when you're not able to connect with this part of yourself. And this feels like this is what's triggering the overeating. It's what's at the core of this for you is, you know, that you're not able to always feel connected with who you really are, and the uncomfortable sensation that comes along with that is what is you know, allowing this to feel difficult somewhat. So it almost feels as though we just want to create a shift here, because this feels like it's going to allow for you to sort of start making some changes in areas of your life that you have been feeling uncomfortable with. So it's almost as though there's this, I'm seeing the mind is sort of getting in the way of this as well, right? Because it's like anywhere where uncomfortable is present in your life, there's hesitation in being able to look into it. And so what we want to do here is we want to bring in a truth that's just going to settle and clear any limitations for you so that you can start to explore, new things in your life that are going to be able to help you start breaking through things. This feels wonderful for you. What are we going to do here? I'm going to integrate a truth, and for everyone else on the call, feel free to integrate this as well if you'd like to. So the truth here for you is that your truest version of you never leaves you. It's always there inside of you. It just becomes a matter of, whether you're able to expand that and really experience that sensation or not. And when we're in the experience of uncomfortable, or have actually somewhat left our true self space, we've actually somewhat left that place that allows for us to um, to connect with the truest you, to connect with that part of you that feels wonderful, that feels blissful, that feels, all of the wonderful, sensations that are there for us. And so for you, it feels like not only is it going to be beneficial to explore all of the areas of your life where you're experiencing, anything uncomfortable, but you're also just going to find that essence within yourself that allows for you to expand, the bliss of who you really are, the truth of who you really are into your being. And if any of you are experiencing this now, then this is exactly how you do that. Your higher selves are showing you right now how to do this. So I'm going to do it one more time. Just allow yourself to expand that truest version of you inside of yourself. Wonderful. So this feels beautiful for you all. If anyone has any difficulty doing this after the call today, it's absolutely perfect to book in for a free subconscious healing session so that we can explore how to allow for you to access this intuitively and on tap whenever you'd like. Because here's the final truth for you, Pamela, and for everyone else. This beautiful space that we're in, it never leaves us. It's always there. It's just a matter of whether we can see it or not. So any area of our lives where this perception is in the way, where this perception is blocking our ability to be able to see and enjoy that experience, then what's happened beneath the surface is we've made a choice. And this is the choice that's hurting us deeply, the choice that hurts us day in and day out in each and every moment. If we've chosen the route of society or the route of, something that's damaging to us in some way, then we have not chosen ourselves in that moment. And so this is the deeper limitation that's beneath the surface for you, Pamela, and it feels like for a few other people on the call here, this choice is damaging. And when we're able to find the techniques to be able to allow for this truest version of us to become our reality and to become who we experience and who we are all day, every day, in each and every given moment, then that is when we get to experience the bliss all day, every day. That is when pure opportunity and possibility becomes our reality. And from that space, we can effortlessly shift all areas of our life. So this is what's possible with subconscious healing. We want to access ways of indirectly shifting and clearing all areas of our life with each limitation that we clear. So it's amazing, isn't it, how much is possible for us in just a few moments of shifting one limiting belief with this. So if that's what's possible with just one moment, imagine what's possible with a full session. I would love to connect with you all as much as possible. So please feel free to book in for a free subconscious healing session. If you're interested in exploring this further. Thank you so, so much for joining. I can feel all of that beautiful energy integrating in for you all. So thank you for joining me with that. That was really beautiful. And thank you, Pamela, for bringing that into the space. Amazing. Perfect. Let's see. Ty Phillips. Hi, Ty. This is cool. Thank you. You're cool as well. Fear of being seen, fear of criticism. Thank you for bringing that into the space. Let's have a look beneath the surface and see what's there for you. Okay, so straight away I'm seeing for you that the fear of being seen is connected to some horrible situations that feel like they went on for you when you were younger. at some point there was a fear that was imprinted pretty strongly. Um, it feels like this is connected to your father, but not just him. There were some other people involved in whatever this was, and it feels embarrassing. It feels like there was some sort of embarrassment that occurred. So this doesn't always necessarily mean that your father did something horrible, but you know, those moments when you're a child and you just feel that, you know, that sensation of, you know, not only if you felt somewhat limited in some way by someone that you really love, but also it's been sort of publicly shared and laughed about. This feels like this is what's at the root cause of this for you. So I can feel some fear there, and I'm sensing that you're somewhat sensing this for yourself as well. So what we're going to do here is we're going to create a subconscious shift here for you. And so that's happening now. Wonderful. And so the final piece to bring in here for you, Ty, is that, you know, if there's no room for you to judge yourself, then nobody else can criticize you. And this is a trajectory that we've started for you today. By clearing this limitation, we've started this journey for you. And it's the journey of, you know, clearing any judgments that you have on yourself so that no one else is ever actually capable or able of judging you. So this feels absolutely beautiful for you. I hope you're enjoying this shift, and it feels like it's going to continue on for some time. But I would love to help you on this journey. Please feel free to book in for a free session if you'd like to work more on this, because it feels as though it would be great to have some guidance and give you some techniques to be able to, you know, feel confident with this journey. Because, you know, without this guidance, it can be very easy to fall into the mind space on it and start to feel vulnerable again. So with these techniques, what we would do is we would be able to keep you, you know, supported. We would be able to keep you connected to the higher purpose of this journey. And we'd also be able to allow for you to be able to integrate whole new levels of love into your life each and every time that you transform. So thank you so much for bringing that into the space. I can feel that that helped a few people. So thank you so much. Tara's from Ireland. Hi, Tara. Wow, thanks for joining us. Zara, oh no, missed me. Oh no, I thought I did yours, Zara. Hopefully I got to it later on. I think I did one for you. I'm sorry, guys. I think if there's watch parties and people are sharing, I think sometimes the comments are coming through in a weird order. So I'm sorry if the order's been mixed up at all. Hi, Linda. Tara, fear of not being able to fully not let go of the past and all of the hurt. Wonderful thing to bring into the space, Tara. Let's see what we can do for everyone on this, because we must all have something here. Being able to let go of the past and of all of the hurt. So, Tara, what's interesting is that for you specifically, I actually see that you have somewhat let go of this. It's just that there's been some experiences that are popping into the space that are making you feel like they're sort of reminding you of where you were. But the truth I'm getting for you is that, you know, you're not taking steps back. You have certainly let go of a lot in your life. It's just a matter of now of clearing some deep root limitations for you. And these feel connected to not feeling good enough and not feeling worthy. Um, Also, I'm sensing some anger. So it feels as though there's still a little bit of anger and resentment towards the journey in the past. It's not even really towards the people from your past anymore. It just feels like it's towards the journey. And fair enough, because it feels like you've done a lot of work and you're still, you know, copping it somewhat. So we want to be able to create a shift here for you so that you can allow in some new opportunities. And so here's where we can help everyone with this shift. So if this is resonating for you as well, feel free to integrate this in. Feel free to take in a deep breath in and out as we clear this limitation, just letting go of any anger and resentment that we have on the journey. And here's a truth for everyone. The journey becomes easier over time. And the sooner that we're able to connect with the higher purpose of our journey, the sooner we're able to enjoy the freedom that comes alongside of having it all figured out. So that feels really super wonderful. I'm sensing a little bit of doubt in the space because it's like, what? That seems so simple. How can it be that simple? I promise you, it truly is. In any given moment, it's about shifting our focus from, what's limiting us onto what's serving us. And when your focus is on what's serving you, then you're able to receive, and you're aware of the fact that you're receiving, which reaffirms that. And so the intuitive energy training programs that I run, they're based around breaking down this version of ourselves that wants us to live in the past. Because if we're looking back at the past, then we're looking back at that familiar version of ourselves that we've always known ourselves to be. And this feels comfortable, right? It feels familiar for us. We know how to live that version of our lives. Even if it's completely uncomfortable at times, we know that. So this is the key, because if we're able to put aside the fear, if we're able to find space outside of the fear of going into the unknown, outside of the fear of living in the world of pure possibility and allowing ourselves to be in the bliss, then we're able to completely put aside that version of us that has any potential, reason to be able to bring us down. So this feels so beautifully integrated for so many of you, and this is perfect for anyone watching now live, but anyone else, who's watching this later, who's watching the replay. Absolutely wonderful to have you all on here. So thank you, Johnny. Thank you, Pamela. Thank you, everyone who has shared all of your wonderful insights today. I would love to offer you all the opportunity to be able to shift your focus, to be able to shift that focus from what's no longer serving you and be able to shift your focus into what's truly wonderful, to access that blissful journey, the blissful version of your journey. So please connect with me, book in for a subconscious healing session. It's free, it's online, and we can do it, pretty soon. So please book in for a session. I'm going to put the comment into the session, into the link one more time. Sorry, I'm going to put the link into the comment section one more time. Thank you all so much for joining me. It was so beautiful to have you here with me. And just a reminder, I'm doing another group session tomorrow at the same time, 3 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. So I'm going to pop that into the comment section for you as well, in case you're interested. Thank you so much, everyone. So great to see you. Hope you have an amazing weekend, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Bye-bye.